Welcome back to BT. High school can be a scary place, and starting high school can be daunting. Pediatric Psychiatrist Dr. Monique Jericho is here now with how parents can help their anxious teen make that transition. Good morning to you.
Hi there.
So yeah, this is a really tricky time for these teens, isn't it?
It's a very, very tricky time, and I think sometimes we minimize the complexity of this time of life for teens, and also the pressures and stresses that are inherent in starting a new school, and particularly high school.
Right. You were saying that's actually really normal to have some anxiety at this time.
Of course it is, and I think most of us can relate to that feeling of back-to-school anxiety. And the key thing that we have to remember is that this is about uncertainty. Imagine going into a new setting with a bunch of people you don't know, with expectations that you're not sure you're going to be able to meet. And once we're talking about high school, we start thinking about, okay, this is getting increasingly competitive, and there's a lot of pressure on kids to figure out what are they going to do when they're done school. This is a lot to take on.
Yeah, it really is. When you break it down like that, I'm sitting here going, "Wow, yeah, of course, right?"
Yes.
Okay, so let your teens know that that is okay to feel like that.
Absolutely. And then, you know, we have to add those teen factors in there too.
Yes.
A lot of them, their bodies are still changing, so there's a lot of kind of feelings of self-consciousness and self-awareness.
Yes.
While at the same time, it's natural, normal, and healthy for them to be relating more to their peers. Right. So they have to make this work.
Right.
It's a big part of them feeling successful.
Okay.
Socially, they've got those pressures too.
Okay. And also at this time, when a teenager is going through this, they have those emotions that are so intense.
That's right. You know, this is a lot of firsts for teens. Strong emotions, strong kind of experiences and reactions to things that we might look at as experienced adults and almost minimize.
Right.
But for them, this is all new. Yeah. These experiences are first, they're new, they're intense, and for them, the stakes are probably higher than they've ever been in their lives.
Wow.
Yeah.
High stakes.
Right. It is. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
And it's also normal for teens at this time to really work on their own independence, right, and try to negotiate that.
That's right. And this is really, really key, right? So what we're looking for with teens in terms of normal adolescent development, moving into young adulthood, is we want them to come away with a healthy sense of self-esteem so they can take on challenges in the future. And we also want to support them in developing a sense of self or an identity.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's interesting. So what can parents do then so that they're not compromising that?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a tough one.
Okay.
Right? But we do have to take a step back.
Oh.
Right? This is
so we can't jump in there and fix it.
That's it. You know, as much as you might want to, we have to take a breath, take a step back, because this is an important milestone for them. It's developmentally important, right? Let them feel the anxiety. Let them chat that out with their peers. Let them navigate this. If we can step back, we're telling them, like, yeah, you know what? Stress is a part of life.
Right.
And there's ways to cope. This can dovetail into some great conversations about coping, healthy coping, unhealthy coping, substance use, all of those things that we want to teach our teens, right?
Right.
This can weave into a conversation.
That's right, because life is stressful, so they have to learn how to cope.
In life,
yeah,
right?
For sure.
Right.
Okay.
And
all right. So don't take over, but be available still to check in with them.
Absolutely. We always want to validate, just like we did when we were talking at the beginning here, that this isn't easy, that this is stressful, right? Yeah. And we just can name that so that they don't feel like they're freaking out or overreacting to something trivial. It is kind of stressful.
It is kind of stressful.
But they can do it.
They can do it. Okay. And then very quickly, provide some structure when it's needed. What do you mean by that?
Absolutely. I think it's important for teens to feel like they've still got a consistent rhythm in their life. So like for any of us, when we're starting something new, something's happening in our life that's stressful or challenging, we want to make sure that the things that we can control, we've got under control.
Okay.
Get them to sleep on time. Support them in resuming a routine. Help them out with things in terms of keeping their home life consistent so that that feels like a secure base for them.
Right.
And they can get into those challenges and come home and feel like things are stable.
Things are stable.
Yeah.
Terrific. Fantastic advice as always. Thank you so much, Dr. Jericho. We're going to go for a break here on Breakfast Television. When we come back, we've got news, weather, and traffic. Stay